The baseball season is finally underway, and a big name going around the baseball world right now is Juan frickin' Soto. Now, I added the frickin', of course, but still, Juan Soto is this big piece that's been very heavily named when it comes to the media, especially New York media, and of course, as a Yankees fan, I'm gonna cover it. Juan Soto, in my opinion, is going to save this Yankees team. Now, before you say, well, Joe, the Yankees have done a lot of other things besides get Juan Soto this offseason. He's not the only reason they're doing good. Well, you're right. The Yankees have done a lot of things this offseason, like getting Verdugo.
You know what I mean? So I'm just...
Who played really well in this Astros series defensively, and you had John Birdie, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's how you pronounce his name, come in and I think have like a really good catch in yesterday's game on Easter, and really saved the Yankees from potentially losing that last game in Houston. Now, besides those names and some of the other pieces you got in the offseason, Juan Soto is the big benefactor I want to talk about today, because I feel like it's pretty obvious Juan Soto is a generational historic player. If we look at some of the stats he has accumulated over the last 4 games in Houston, he is literally generational. He's been doing stuff that hasn't been seen since Alfonso Soriano. Think about that. We have a player like some of these big Hall of Fame name talents in our hands, Yankees fans, in our hands, and we're just gonna watch him play for the rest of the season. Now, why is Juan Soto going to save this team? Well, it's been pretty obvious. He has came in clutch twice, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 4 games. That hit off Hader, and of course that home run right after Oswaldo Cabrera's home run, which ended up winning us the game in general. Juan Soto is a team player, and I kind of want to hit at that aspect when it comes to the sport of baseball. I know it's pretty obvious that baseball is one of those sports that it's just not a one-man team. Like, for example, if you watch the NBA, sometimes a superstar could carry a team because they're the one scoring all the points. While you could kind of make that argument in baseball, but you really can't. We've seen historical differences, or teams, I mean, where that has not been the case. Like, we could have a prime example playing right now, like Mike Trout. Mike Trout is one of the best players of all time, but the Angels haven't been to the playoffs in so long. Now, Juan Soto may not make it to the playoffs. Like, if you just had him on your team, we could have seen it when he was with the Nationals before he got traded. But if you add Juan Soto with a bunch of other names like Aaron Judge and a bunch of young players like Oswaldo Cabrera, who really looks up to a Juan Soto, and really start to put the pieces together, this is when you start to realize that Juan Soto was a cornerstone piece that this Yankees team really needed to push them into success, I want to say. Now, of course, it's 4 games in. This team could fall apart and go on a 20-game win streak like today. Like, they're facing the Diamondbacks in 3 hours as I'm recording this, and the Yankees could be in shambles. And their team is actually predicted to not even do good this season. I believe MLB predicted them to be like 5th in the rankings and also win only like, I think it was like 80 to 90 games. I'm not 100% sure, but it's around that margin. Juan Soto is just a perfect fit for Yankees team right now. They needed that outfield depth. They needed that clutch hitting that Juan Soto has provided in the first 4 games. It's crazy to think that as a fan of a team that really pays a lot for contracts, that they finally have a player that actually hits. Now, I think that's been plaguing a lot of Yankees teams in the last couple of years. I want to say since 2022, is that they get these names and they still don't hit. Juan Soto has been an on-base machine, whether that is working the count and getting a walk or hitting a clutch ball off of Josh Hader and winning you the game. I think Juan Soto is going to really help this young team in general when it comes to the younger players. Sorry, this team isn't really that young. I mean, the younger players on the team like Oswaldo Cabrera, and think about it, Jason Dominguez coming again this summer. Like, he's just going to be a mentor to all these guys. And you also have to think about it, Juan Soto is still very young. He kind of looks a bit old, but I believe he's only around 25 or 26. He's still a young cat, and I think it's pretty obvious that this offseason he's going to be a person that a lot of teams target. And I think if these first 4 games isn't an eye-opener for the Yankees as an organization, they should really consider trying to come up with a deal for him before he even gets to free agency. We saw the Dodgers do something similar with Will Smith. Now, Will Smith isn't the caliber of player like Juan Soto, but I really think Juan Soto is enjoying his time with the Yankees. He is repping it loud and proud, and I cannot wait to see him kind of debut in the Bronx, because man, that first home run he hits in Yankee Stadium is going to be electric. This is all Yankees fans have been wanting, and I think Juan Soto wants this too. He wants to be this big name and this big franchise. He wants to be seen, which I'm not saying he wasn't in the Padres organization or the Nationals, but it's definitely a big difference than the Nationals. The dude turned down a huge contract. I think it was like 14 years, 400 million from the Nationals to play his luck and to play his cards to get a better contract this year. Now, Juan Soto is going to continue to do really, really well. I mean, this is an early prediction, right? Maybe he'll be top 10 in MVP race this year. Who knows? This is my early reactions to a Yankees team with Juan Soto, because I think Juan Soto was the big piece that they were missing. And I think if you're the Yankees organization, you try everything in your power to keep this guy safe, because we need him playing every day, or at least maybe give him one day off in the week. I know the player, Juan Soto, wants to play continually every single day, because the dude loves the sport of baseball. He wants to be out there, he wants to help his team win, and he wants to just keep going and hoping to get to that World Series championship once again. Now, when it comes to the other things the Yankees are doing besides Juan Soto, I just want to say this team just swept the Astros. That is crazy. Now, the Astros themselves just seemed like they didn't have it in them at the moment. Like, I'm not saying they were playing like they should be. I'm saying they seem like there was something just a little bit wrong with them. Now, they did play very, very well. I think it was mostly the pitching staff that gave the games away. I mean, you still had people hitting the ball left, right, and center, but still, something was going on in the air in Houston, and it kind of disrupted everything. It's kind of weird to think that the Astros got swept by the Yankees after the Astros being the Yankees bullies for the last like 6 years. That's coming from a Yankees fan. I'm trying not to be biased here, but I really expected the Astros to give much of a more effort when it came to battling each other. But I guess at the end of the day, we had a Juan Soto, meaning the Yankees, and the Astros did not. I really think this upcoming series versus Diamondbacks is going to be a very interesting test to see if Juan Soto could really do even more for a Yankees team that has already really benefited from him just being around. I think he's going to be doing extremely fun things for this franchise, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's an all-star this year, because it's Juan Soto and maybe a home run derby king once again. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Joe. Have a great day. If you're watching this, stay safe, enjoy some baseball. Happy opening season, opening day, weekend, or week. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, and bye.